Hey guys, Pirata here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Heartrunes and what they do. I've been testing them out. I think they're an interesting addition to bring into the game, but you know, at a first glance, you might think that it's not very powerful or it doesn't change a lot. So I was intrigued by this, so I went to check the stone cutting table. So I'm going to talk about all the abilities and what they do. But before that, just for those of you who might not know how this works, as you take damage or as you deal damage, you're gonna fill up this bar over here that's next to the U, to the PvP flag. Once it's completed 100%, you're going to be able to use the ability. In my case, it's the Dark Ascent. Fly up into the air, then plummet back down to the ground, staggering and dealing 100% Heartrune damage within a 3-meter radius. I've been using it in a way to just like either do a little bit more damage, or if like a mob is pressing too strongly against me, I just like push them back. It's kind of interesting, it's useful, but where it shines, I think, it's with the upgrades. So I'm gonna read them all. So you have the Cannon Blast. Summon a cannon and fire a powerful long-range shot that deals 100% Heartrune damage. The upgrade is Burning Blast. Inflicts burn on successful hits, dealing 10% Heartrune damage per second for 5 seconds. Major Heartrune of Detonate. Charge yourself with explosive energy for 3 seconds and then detonate, dealing 100% Heartrune damage within a 5-meter radius. And then the upgrade, Accelerating Charge. Movement speed is increased by 30% while charging. Next we have Grasping Vines. Summon vines around you that deal 100% Heartrune damage and root enemies within a 4-meter radius for 3 seconds. The upgrade is Enfeebling Vines. Inflicts weaken on successful hits, reducing the target's damage by 20% for 8 seconds. Next we have Mind, which is Leeching Ascent, the upgrade. Heal for 100% of the damage done. Pretty powerful. Next we have Stone Form. Harden yourself with layers of stone, cleansing all crowd control debuffs and granting immunity to both stagger and crowd control debuffs for 5 seconds. The upgrade is Fortifying Form. Damage absorption is increased by 10% while active. So, these are the Heartrunes, and I kind of like wanted to read them so you can have an idea of how to prepare, what to use for your build. For my case, I'm using the I was using this one either way before knowing of the upgrade because I think it's cool, right? And also it staggers the enemies a little bit, so that's kind of neat. But when I read the upgrade, I was like, okay, this is gonna change my game completely, because my playstyle is all about leeching, right? I always gotta keep the self healing going on, so I have enough sustain to keep fighting the mobs. So healing for 100% of the damage done, of the damage that I might be doing in the area, or that I will be doing in the area, is huge. So yeah, like the detonate, movement speed is increased by 30%. The ability itself I was using, I was like, oh, okay, it's whatever, right? It's a damage in an area. It's not like it didn't kill the mobs, it doesn't stagger them, so having this accelerating charges as a little bonus is very interesting in my opinion. This one is already good in itself, so having the weaken, it gets it in a even more powerful state. And you know, so on and so forth. This one inflicts burn. We all know how this works. It's very powerful. Um, Fortified form, also more damage absorption is always good. Combine that with a shield, combine that with a defiant stance with the sword, with the great sword. That's gonna be very strong. So I can only imagine what the other upgrades are gonna be looking like. So I thought that was very interesting, and it's necessary for whoever wants to keep playing the game until the end game content, because as I was fighting the mobs in the elite areas in Brimstone Sands, I was realizing that I was hitting a brick wall. It's so hard. I cannot stress that enough. The enemies in this area, it says level 60, but in reality, it feels harder than that because they have, how can I say, more interesting abilities. They act in more unpredictable ways than the mobs from the other areas, at least from what I could tell. And you know, you have other things like over here you have scorpions with acid damage. I think over here as well. Over here you got those guys. Even outside of the elite areas, you have guys that have. I think it's like a mage that gives hits you with a laser that's almost a hit kill, if not a hit kill. Like I don't think. I'm not sure if it's one shot, but it's like super powerful. It's just like really puts you in a spot that you wanna be paying attention at all times when fighting those guys. So you know, having the Heartrunes upgraded, I think it's gonna be very it's gonna be necessary, really. Um, and that goes for, you know, the other upgrades, the rune glass, the kiting armor. That's, you know, part of the new area. It's gonna help you sustain a little bit more of acid damage. So all those things I think are gonna be key to you know, progress in a good way in this area. So yeah, I plan on bringing more videos about the other aspects of the game. So if you wanna stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that's it for this video. Until the next one.